robust laws that can help curb the abuse of natural resources. Today marks our third session of the webinar series in pursuance of this awareness campaign undertaken by the Chair. We have with us for this special occasion Mr. Jayakrishna Shetty, founder and president of the NGO Jayashreekrishna Parisara Premi Samiti. Mr. Shetty is an electrical engineer from Mumbai University and a successful businessman in the field of turnkey industrial projects and property development. Every person today at some point in their lives has encountered the thought of how someone could actually achieve development in the country and prevent depletion of the environment at the same time. One needs to find balance between the two, and the Samiti, founded by Mr. Shetty, has relentlessly worked to find answers to that. The NGO was established in the year 2000 to deactivate deeply rooted environmentalist forces who worked against industrialization and brought hurdles to developments of undivided Dakshina Kannada region. Amongst this, Mr. Shetty had the vision to protect environment with pollution-free development for his people. During the last 2 decades, the NGO has supported industrialization and worked for infrastructural development, keeping environment protection as a priority. To name a few, his fights for industrialization include the extension of lease of the Kudremukh iron ore, establishment of Nagarjuna power plant project with application of all coastal environmental protection guidelines, establishment of Mangalore SEZ, and so on, which were in the interest of eradication of poverty by creating employment and advancing business opportunities. During the course of the activities taken up by the NGO, Mr. Shetty had the great opportunity to receive encouragement and guidance from late Shri George Fernandes, a vibrant social activist and the then Union Defence Minister, who himself hailed from Dakshin Kannada district. The sitting chief ministers of government of Karnataka, union ministers, local politicians, and people's representatives from all political parties have supported the programs and the cause of the Samiti. Today, he continues to dedicate to the cause of environmental protection, keeping development of people in picture, and we remain in awe of the outstanding work by him in this field. The entire team of the Justice L.Pendse Chair welcomes you, sir. I'm sure all of the participants are eager to hear the work taken up by you and your NGO for achieving what you have today. Over to you, sir.
I can speak?
Yeah.
Thank you. Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai Vice Chancellor, Dr. Dilip Ukeji, Mnlu Registrar and Chair Professor Dr. Anil G. Warriorji, respected judges, lawyers, law students, and participants in this webinar, good morning to all. It's my pleasure to participate in this webinar session on the subject of protection of environment in the era of industrialization as a speaker. As an environment protection and industrialization, we have to go back around 120 years. Around 120 years, Moksha Gundam Doctor, Bharat Ratna Dr. Vishweshwaraya said, either industrialize or perish. What he said, for the eradication of poverty in India, industrialization is the only answer. So we have to keep these things in mind. We have to see also 100 years back, what is the population of the world? It's made around 180 crore. And during our Independence Day, it is all maybe around 73 years back, our India population was 35 crore. Now it has been increased to 4 times. It is reached to 35 to 135 to 140 crore. At the same time, world population also is increased 4 times. So the scenario, what we have to see now earlier, as far as India is concerned, see why I'm talking the environment and development just go parallel in this 21st century. So I'm giving a little inputs on that because you all may be knowing all this thing what I'm saying. Still, as a speaker, I have to start with that. Maybe 100 years back, maybe after 1900, you know that Mumbai is the only place people used to get employment because there was textile industry. There may be Hindustan Liver set up almost 110 years back, maybe Parla, basically so many things. But so we are grateful to the Maharashtrians and people of Mumbai. They welcomed the people from all over the India, so they could take the employment in Mumbai. Later on, there was a diversification of industrialization all over the different part of the country and different states. Keeping this thing in mind, in the growing population, 21st century, what's happening today? Each and every boy and girl will be looking out for employment. Nobody wants to sit at home. So we have to create an atmosphere of creating employment. So employment can be created only by going to the rapid industrialization in the country. How it can be achieved? But when doing the industrialization, we have to protect the environment at any cost. The emission levels have to be controlled as per the international standards. There cannot be any compromise over there. So keeping all these things, we have to keep it in mind. Like that way, if you have to see that there are a lot of hazardous industries already operating in India everywhere, but there's a problem from the environmental departments or pollution control boards, maybe environmental ministry, where they are nobody is strict in this regard. That's a very naked truth of this country. So where we have to give the strong messages, maybe through your universities, to the environmental ministry, or what are the pollution control boards, to look here to have a stringent laws. So laws has to be framed as of today, how to control pollution during the industrialization. See, what is the meaning of industrialization? Industrialization, it is not only manufacturing sector. Even any kind of, even agriculture is also industry, food processing is also an industry, or hotel is also industry, or what is the hospitality industry also industry. Hospital industry today is having employments of 4.5 crore in India. So this sector, we have to see how the pollution is controlled. The industrial discharges are being neutralized properly. That should be a very proper way we have to think of. In this regard, I can only say that we have to give the look back, the way back of the growth of the world. Maybe how the first invention of the electricity by the Benjamin or Gilbert or the people, maybe around 200 years back, the electricity was invented. Later on, the telephone by Graham Bell has been invented in 1903, maybe 120 years back. The aircraft has been invented by the Wright brothers. So that day goes on, then again the computer, then the internet, so the world started developing in a different way. See, that means by looking at the invention of the electricity, electricity is the root of or mother of all the development in the world. Without electricity, I think there was no progress at all. So thinking all these things in mind, say industries are mad because now, as I said, that we have let's talk only on India. We already having a 144 crore population, and by next 30 years, if population is going to increase by another 25 crore, almost going to touch 165 crore. So India has to be prepared for giving the employment of the people. Otherwise, there can be one human pollution can also create, because today each and everybody is taking education, everybody is getting graduated, everybody is getting post-graduation, and there is not a proper job. It's a history in India as of today. Even the postgraduates are applying in the government job for a cleaner job in railways. It's been recorded in railways. There are so many people, they are graduates, but they are cleaners. So this kind of situation, if it's avoided, the industrialization, we have to focus in a proper way. But unfortunately, in the industrialization, nowhere it has been taken care of controlling the pollution. It is really a very bad luck of this country. Maybe politicians are not very serious thinking in this direction. They have to think. Maybe we are all talking in that direction, but finally, who is the controller is the government. Maybe state government, central government, who are working in this direction. So strong message has to go from the country that yes, look, we have to take care of all these things. Now, coming back to the subject, having said all these things, as far as the pollution is concerned, this is a very, to the fact, climate change, we have to see how this climate basis change is taking place. That's because of the pollution that we have to be more concerned. In fact, the pollution control things has to come from the home. Now, you know that earlier homes and today's home, there's a lot of differences there. Earlier kitchen and today's kitchen, a lot of different is there earlier. So there's a lot of different people have changed. But it's not changing because we have a population below poverty, or a 40 crore population below the poverty in this country. Say the government has to think that how those areas are to be tackled. Because that is also going to create it, because their living standard is not good, their drainage systems are not good, and water supplies are not there. These are all going to land into the pollution. So now, because it's, I think so. No. Is there some calls? I think there's some mistakes, some calls are coming. So now, what I want to say in this forum, that industrialization is a must for India because of the population, because of the future population. The employment is created in the world or in our country only through the industrialization. If there is an industry, there will be a lot of ancillary in it, there are a lot of other vendors. It goes on, goes on. Because the one industry is there, that means there will be, suppose in industry there are 500 people are working. That means already at least 10, 15, 20 times this people are depending on that. If the 500, if the 10 times 5,000 people are depending on that particular industry, that means 5,000 people are depending on that industry. So we have to think in that direction. If there's an office, what is required in the office? That the computers, papers, and other things only. But it's the industry. It's a wide scope of what are the people have to have a self-employed business, all those things. So, because in our country, certain states are not accepting the industrialization at all. You may be saying it is in Goa, it may be in Kerala, or it may be other states. Of course, northeastern states industrialization is not possible because it is the hilly areas. Now, my experience, I'm not an expert to come and speak over here because I've been made a request based on my profile that environment protection and industrialization. Surely, I have a very good experience of 20 years in my life along with my team. So I will place before you what I am going to speak on this. I'm talking about the experiment that has been made in our district. This undeveloped Dakshinakannada is called Bangalore and Udupi districts. Udupi and Mangalore districts are already having 4 nationalized banks. This of India, this Corporation Bank, Vijaya Bank, Canara Bank, Syndicate Bank, followed by the Karnataka Bank. So also there are several medical universities, the medical college, all those things are there. It's a coastal belt. But what used to happen from 75 to 2000 in those 2 districts, and people are educated over there. People used to come to Mumbai or Bangalore or Gulf countries. People are not getting education. People are not getting a job. And what happened when you migrate from your native to other things, you're leaving your parents alone, grandparents alone, your relatives alone. These all things are there. It's all over India, it's happening. So it is the duty of the government to see that establish the industries in every district of India. It's very much possible. Even I would say, so coming back to because even including if you look at UP, there's no, UP has got a 1/7 population of countries in UP, almost 21 crore. And they have a huge land. So we have to think in that. Now coming back to the industrialization, I would tell you how in the world we have to give the example of the Australia. Australia today is having a population of only 2.5 crore and their land area is more than double than India. See so that we have to see in that way because they have 7 million square kilometer of land in Australia and population is 2.5 kilometer. So population is 2.5 crore. Whereas India, we have a population of 135 to 140 crore and our land area is only 3.5 million square kilometers. We have to see. So those people are very happy how they are living. These people, you know that how this country performs. So that kind of a creation has to be done in our country also by, and those people are very strict in the emission levels where we are not at all strict at all. Yeah. So that is focused. Now coming back to subject, because I said 75 to 2000 in our district, there was a very big environmental forces. Out of that, 25% were very good and they are very right, and 75% were not good. Even what I say that there is also example, what I pointed out, maybe in the 99, the environmental forces, getting a money from Netherlands, 3 crore money they got in 99, we pointed out. Maybe the then MLA Sadangar today, he became Chief Minister of Karnataka, he is a central minister, he has agreed to that. So such environmental forces we have to oppose always in the country, it is happening. So we have to see one more thing, we have to see that as the environment, I always said, which you may not like. Given the report to the central and state government, like in the Meda Patkar brought hurdles to the nation's progress. It's right. Because Sardar Sarovar project, he has been opposing from 25, 30 years, where water supply was not reaching the villages. In Gujarat, maybe 5,000, 10,000 villages, there was a water supply was a shortage. Now, you know, it has been sorted or whatever. I'm not talking anybody's name. We respect the environment, we respect Meda Patkar, we respect everybody. But the thing is that we have to think in that direction what environmentalists are doing right or wrong. We have to respect the authentic environmentalists of the country. We have to respect that kind of environmentalists like one MLA or a MP. So because they are so much capable in controlling the pollution in their area, in their district or state or the country. Now, coming back to my experience over here, we tackled these environmental forces in such a way where the political parties, I repeat again, because my experience is restricted to Mnlu Udupi district, what I worked for 20 years, I can share only that, because other than that, I cannot talk much on this forum. So that's the reason I'm going to show that. Coming back to this thing, we tackled the environment forces because there are so many doctors were there, doctors were there, all highly qualified people were there. We had to meet one by one, see that we had to understand, because our whole team, even former Vice Chancellor of the Manipal University, Dr. V. Mnlu, is our honorary president. There are so many qualified people. We are working as a team. I may be a founder and president, but it's a teamwork. So in such a scenario, we could make them to understand, look, what you are doing is wrong. Today, people are getting educated. People cannot depend on the community professions as on today. That is totally gone, and there is people are taking education. And we have to see that we have to take this development forward. Because what is the problem with the politicians? Whenever the environmentalists say this is not required, no politician has the guts to say this is required because of vote bank. Any political parties. So we say that you stand with the controlling the pollution, but don't oppose the our industries. Because of the all-round development of the district, but district development is not for the only particular district. People may be coming from all over India to go and take the employment over there. There's a different aspect. So thinking these things in, we got an opportunity in the 2001. There is a central and state controlled company called Kudremukh Iron Ore Company. That's located in Karnataka near Mangalore. It was closed because the lease was given for 25 years. On those days, Indra Kumar Gujaral and Indira Gandhi, he was industry minister. Indira Gandhi, they started that because I have discussed with Indra Kumar Gujaral all those days. So we stood for that project for the continuation, because there is a very long subject. We could achieve to get the lease extension for 20 years, but because of environmental forces, it has been reduced to 5 years. I will tell you, Kudremukh Iron Ore Company is an excellent mining industry in the entire Asia, and there may be other different things, but we are happy that because it is purely the government of India and undertaking company, then people at least got the employment for next 5 years, because it was having employment almost around 4,000 people. So coming back to the next thing, we had see this what I am talking today, this kind of example to be set for all over India. Every district people should focus how to get such kind of things to their district. With this can be called as a very prototype, what I can call, because our former Vice Chancellor Dr. B. Mnlu is saying what we done the experiment, that is it is a prototype. He has written one article about somewhere development humanism, somewhere in the, because I don't go into the internet, Google, nothing. But I have seen that he has written development humanism, this kind of subject he has written. So it's an eye opener for all of us. So this is what I see. I'm not a very expert speaker and all. Whatever you have to tolerate with me, what I'm talking at this moment. So this kind of whatever I can give a full write-up, because if I go on talking, this subject is more than 8 hours, which I have to complete in 45 minutes. So I'll be completing by that time, by 11:45, I'm going to complete. Now, what happened? The district which was opposing the industries for a quite a long time, they are the biggest employer, and they are very too good environmentally. They are hats up to, they are too honest people. They are having a simple lifestyle. They are too good. Again, dishonest environmentally. See, we have to see that we have to bridge the gap over there. How we can tackling the environmentalists in this country is not a very easy. Now, what we did after convincing all those things, then we said that then immediately it came. Then we started demanding with the government. Look, see, there are the environmental, all the political parties. Our Samiti represented to the government of state government and central government. Look, this district we need a power project. We need a industry also. We need SEZ. We need IT park. So many things so we need a night lining. There was no night lining facility in Mangalore Airport, night lining international airport. So many things we projected from our Jayashreekrishna Parisara Premi forum. For your information, my name is Jayakrishna Shetty, but this name of Jayashreekrishna Parisara is given. We have a very famous Sri Krishna temple. The senior Swamiji has kept this name for your kind of information, because there may be some misunderstanding about my name and particular Jayashreekrishna, that everybody knows about it. Now, coming back to this thing, as far the power project is concerned, of course, power project is opposed in many parts of the world in their constituencies or in India. But in our district as a Mangalore is concerned, the power project was opposed. Almost for 40 years in the district, people wanted to set up the power project. Maybe because of some call is coming, get this 1 minute. So we tackled in such a way. Now coming back to it was a thermal power project. The Cogentrix American project wanted to come over there because of environmentalist forces. I'm talking this kind of somewhere in 1995. The Cogentrix American company wanted to put up this power project in Udupi. That's 1,200 megawatt. But environmental forces, along with the Stoppers religious leader, opposed it. When the Prime Minister Narasimha Rao confirmed that he is going to come for a foundation stone laying, maybe after a week, he declared. I'm talking Cogentrix American company power project was to be established in Mangalore. They went back. Then they put almost around 8 years work they have done to establish. It could not happen. So what we did, there was some misconception of the people where a power project means the whole village or whole district is going to be wiped out. There will be a lot of problems, and what are the talks? There will not be any greenery. There people, it means a pregnancy. There will not be any reproduction. So many because media is also responsible for all this, giving us so much of highlights. Because when the media writes, they don't think that what they are writing, whatever is given, they go on writing. I would say that they have poisoned the minds of the people. Don't invest the industry. The situation was that. So what I'm saying is our Samiti is very big, all good professionals, and from there it is not only I am speaking on that, it is all facts. I don't think because many of the Samiti people are already participated in the webinar. They must be working. It has been recorded, and because it's a law university, it is authenticity can be you can find out in the future. There is nothing. I don't think that I have added even a 1% extra over here in talking on this. Now, thermal power project, environment, how we have tackled that we have to understand. At that time, I'm talking about 20 years back, thermal power project, they had no proper technology anywhere in India. We demanded a thermal power project in Mangalore with the technology. What is the technology we have demanded? There should be a flue gas desulfuration plant should be implemented in thermal power plant, which is going to cost for 1,200 megawatt power plant. It is costing 300 crore almost, and that should be installed. And so many environmental obligations. We said that there should be 33% reservation of land for a green zone, so that all the pollution absorbing trees has to be planted. So many things has been told. Main is the FGD. What is FGD? FGD is controlling the emission levels of SOx, NOx, and mercury, everything. That is the sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, is all things, is all, you all know all these things, because generally it is called as SOx and NOx. So control this SOx and NOx to the international standards. And also, as for the fly ash, you know that in the coal plants, the Indian coals are of not good quality. We demanded, and it is documented, that you should use lifetime, you should use the imported coal, and no Indian coal should be allowed. In between, maybe around 5 years back, the government has approached us, directly, minister, that she please allow that Indian coal. We said outrightly, what is the agreement, that will final, others close the plant. So this kind of thing cannot change. Further, what we have done, sir, the audience, please listen. When we said that in the thermal power plant, there we documented in such a way, we had that first project which came is in Nagarjuna from Hyderabad. We had an agreement, that is the MOU, the technological aspect, environmental control, and local rehabilitation. In that, what we said is that FGD plant is going to be installed. All those environmental obligations, and it has been signed and by the CEO of the Nagarjuna. That CEO at that time was a Mr. Pravir Sinha, and today he is a managing director. CEO of such a big power company, Tata Power. You can ask him, because he came to our Samiti in Mumbai to sign such kind of a MOU. That was a weapon to tell the people, see, this MOU is signed, and so many things have been explained to the people. And one thing I will tell you, before 2000, in the district, there was no power. There people were suffering. People were going to cities, to the village. Children were not agreeing to come because there was no fare, there was night, there was no power. It was very, very less. Today, by the grace of God, there is a 24 hours power supply. So, of course, now you say that thermal power plant, again, that there is a main this thing is the fly ash. Fly ash also, as many of you knows, but the technology was not known to the people, the environment was misguiding. Fly ash today, the technology has come in such a way, we can manufacture through the fly ash, we can manufacture the bricks, we can manufacture the hume pipes, and so many other things can be. This same thing we have told the industry, do go for it and don't keep any fly ash in the factory. They have created a ashford, but they have been transporting this fly ashes for manufacturing all these bricks and all through the bulkers. Bulkers means there will not be any spillover of the fly ashes anywhere in the roads. See, these are all documented. We got it done in a proper way. Still, it is happening in the same style. I said, protect the environment, show to the people, and get the blessing from them. Now, having done all those things, you may say that whether even the water, don't draw the water from sea because they were to draw the water from the Samiti river. We said, don't draw, we are the cost to draw the water from the sea. That also they have implemented. So that usage of the water also been reduced. So, but one thing I will tell you, honestly, I will not tell you that in the power plant, the pollution is controlled to the 100% level, because nowhere in India, the pollution cannot be, or if there is an industry, pollution cannot be controlled for the 100%. But pollution control measures has to be taken at any cost. For that purpose, proper environment impact study has to be taken place. NEERI report, National Engineering and Environmental Engineering Research Institute report must. So we have to change ourselves to do all those things. So finally, the people are happy. Some people are not happy. See, any one development, maybe 5% people may not be happy. It goes on. But people have started living with that. But people have progressed, prospered, 24 hours power. Everything has been done. Mnlu started prospering. Industry started coming. 40%, 1,200 megawatt, 40%, around 500 megawatt is going to Bangalore city. So this is one of the work is done in Mangalore. Also, you should understand, as a Mangalore city is concerned, there is a power plant. So there also whole power of the 500 megawatt coming to our city. So this is the way what the world runs. We are expecting, because some calls came, Jayashreekrishna Parisara Premi Samiti and Industrialization. How we say that, as I said, Jayashreekrishna Parisara Premi Samiti says environment in the 21st century, environment and industrialization has to go parallel. So we cannot go in one side. So most concern of we or anybody, each and every human being, you focus on the controlling the pollution of the industry. Coming back to the subject, I have only 15 minutes. We also demanded on those days the Mangalore SEZ. There was a lot of opposition. Even Mena Patkar came in that area, and the politician, as you know, that they don't have guts to talk all those things. Local, they were big hue and cry. I think our Samiti's then president, Mr. Vishwanath Madai, may be in the webinar. 4,000 people, DC, all those people having a meeting, but then they have to go away because of environmentalists. What we said first, even this SEZ was established by the government of Karnataka at maybe a cost of almost around 30,000 crore with a land of almost 4,000 acres. Of course, people were not giving a land. We said that you give the compensation, environment protection, so many things. Go for a common effluent treatment plant. The discharge level, pH level should be maintained. 7, of course, pH level, best pH level can be, for industrial discharge can be 8. But 8, if it is maintained, 6 to 8 is a better one. All those things have been told, because you know that as per the SEZ discussion, there are 100 industries. There will be a common effluent treatment plant. Even for a very small industry also, you don't have to go for his own effluent treatment plant. The reason that you can go in this system so that his industrial discharge will be a common effluent plant ETP. So that's the way we have done. And one thing is that first thing when the CEO and Executive Director of Bangalore Government of Karnataka, AG5, came to Mumbai to discuss all the other things, this power project was very successful. I said, first, you see that give the undertaking to Samiti, you will go for a 33% green zone. If you say that, we are thinking in a further way. That means the 4,000 acres of land, 1,320 acres has to be permanently green zone, and you have to plant a pollution absorbing trees. So they have documented all this, they are implemented. Everybody can go and see also. It's the best maintained SEZ. They are exporting all over the world. And also but again, I will say, pollution is not controlled 100%. For that, it will take time in our country. For that purpose, we say that don't bring anything, it becomes a problem. So when it says that the business is given to from all over the India, and people will come from all over the India to Mangalore or Mumbai or Bangalore or Calcutta, wherever the business is done, people are happy. So that way we have taken it for this thing. I'll tell you, we also told them to implement an ambient monitoring van. When the ambient monitoring van is there, anytime, any corners, we can check the pollution. Of course, the chemical engineers, the environmental engineers or environmentalists knows all those things, that you can always check the emission levels of SOx and NOx anytime. So for that purpose, also documentation must, because sometimes what is the emission level is being shown in the your display, like RCF here in Mumbai, is something different. Actually, site condition is different. So have a check on this. Maybe there can be environmental committee of the comprising local MLA, MP, whatever required. Sometimes it is a must, so that you can go and inspect over there. But these people should be very honest in their focusing that yes, you are not going to give a trouble to those industries, because when the industry is set up, several thousand crores have been invested, has been loan has been taken, there's a lot of liability on them. So with this kind of small this thing, you cannot close the industry overnight. That we have to also understand, because what I mean is that sustainable growth, sustainable industrialization in India is going to be a big answer for this country, for the population of the present and tomorrow's population, that we have worked in India. Really, and I think so all of us, we have also gone through it. Our entire team has gone to see this industry, how it has been set up. It has come out in the finest way as far as we know, and a lot of other industries also came. And we also worked if you look in this thing, as far as the city of Mangalore, what is the best city is in the cleanliness, that you can check in the call for a report has been controlled. See, please don't misunderstand what I am talking about, Mangalore, Udupi or this thing, because we have worked in that area, because my experience speaks only on that area. That's the reason what I am saying. So, like that, so many other, we also demanded Bangalore rail link. So that's so many experts, Bangalore night link and international airport. We projected, it's located in the tabletop land. You know, there was an accident maybe 10, 12 years back. There was air crash. That air crash was not because of the tabletop land. It was a pilot error. You just check in the Google. We demanded for the extension of runway only because Samiti's reference, this has been done. It has been documented in the government and with the Samiti available. Of course, that is not a subject to talk over here. So like that, there are so many industries have come over there. So people are happy, because now the thing is that everywhere people are getting educated. We have to keep it in mind. The employment is the biggest concern for the government, and biggest concern for the parents, biggest concern for the students, and biggest concern for the unemployed. So we all have to think very seriously in this regard, how to eradicate the poverty, how to eradicate the unemployment. It should be a concern for all the universities in India, like especially the law university, because they are the people who is going to who has framed the lawyers, maybe age-old lawyers, maybe after the British government. Before, we are all using the British laws today. The British laws have to be changed in India. It may take, to change this law, it may take around 25 years. So no work has been done. So environmental laws also has to be drafted, framed in a proper way. If you start drafting today, it will take 10 years for this country, and it has to be submitted. For that purpose, you should have a very efficient prime minister, a very efficient chief minister, very efficient environmental minister in the country, and it is very much possible. See, talking something is very easy, but implement is very difficult. But our politicians should have that kind of concern to listen to the people. Suppose tomorrow your law university going presenting, yes, we want some minister, some prime minister, or a president of India, or a chief minister should think in that direction what is to be done in the environment protection. And sir, I will tell you, this environment protection has to be done at any cost. There cannot be any compromise on that. But only 100% environment protection you make, there cannot be any development, there cannot be any industrial development. Even when you make a national highways, there is going to be, you have to cut hundreds of or thousands of trees, lakhs of trees. But there should be implementation of the planting of a pollution absorbing trees all over the India, in the either side of the highways. This will only be, but nothing is happening in the country. Where I will tell you, if you give me the opportunity, our VC's office there, Regist's office, I'll come and meet you. We can talk, we can work. I'll bring Dr. B.M. Ekdeji, also former Vice Chancellor of Manipal University. Many people may be knowing his name. Go to Google and He has given the hundreds of lectures all over the world in all the universities. But of course, his field is different, my field is different. So we can work, but thought process should work in that direction and about the industries. And I will tell you now in the question answer, I will be able to answer your certain questions. But maybe some allegation, maybe on our Samiti, pollution is not controlled in thermal power project. It is going to happen. See, in Mumbai also you have a thermal power project in Mumbai. I have worked in that tramway power plants. So that's as a consultant, as an electrical contractor, I worked. But now they have changed the system. Technology has been implemented. Even Danu also, there was a major opposition where we are getting a 500 megawatt power to the city of Mumbai. They also implemented this flue gas desulfurization plants. So we have to, even in the pharmaceutical plants, the doctors are there. See, the pharmaceutical plants also, today, the HEPA filters are used, HEPA filters of different quality, 10,000 particle, 1 lakh particle, 10 lakh particle. So that what kind of quality are you going to use in that for a, that is a matter of concern. See, if you look in the 1988, I had gone to, because I was a consultant, electrical consultant contract for Hex Pharmaceuticals for so many years, including setting up the plants in Ankleshwar. So yeah, they had taken me for some reason. They had taken to Hex Frankfurt plant. It was in the heart of the city. What they made over there, same plant they made here, including environmental protection. In Ankleshwar, you know that the people know about Ankleshwar. It's a very, still it is a polluted place. So there's, because there's no control, because when you look at the multinational, they're the best city. When you go to the industry, you feel like we can stay here, you can sleep here. So that kind of this is environment is being. So environmental ministry of India, environmental minister of the state, and the prime minister, president, they should focus in a proper way. The proper framing has to come from the center, then only it can go to the states. And because then again, we have to also complete law for a river protections from the industrial effluents. In many of the states, the effluents are directly discharged to the river. There is no control. There are 1,000 lakhs of people are looking at river and going, but no step has been taken. Maybe through this webinar, maybe I may come and discuss with the VC Saab, and we can think, if you give me the opportunity, I'm ready, and my team will come, because this webinar should not go just a 1 hour waste for all of you. And of course, I'm not saying, because I'm thankful to you to give me the opportunity over here. Because there are a lot of things to say. Now, coming back to the Mumbai, I would tell you which we can do, because nobody has been thinking in that direction. Because I've been also living in Mumbai for last 40 years. So in this case, you know that what is the Mumbai, we are already having 130. I'm talking again on the environment, not diluting the subject anywhere. From the, what I mean to say, from the industrialization to the urbanization I'm talking. So urbanization, as per the industrial urbanization, one thing we have to understand, I mean to say the people who have to take interest, I mean the government of India, government of particular states, has to decongest the cities today and see that every village, every district has to be developed. Every district, there should be industrialization. So there should be always the transportation burden will come down. Today, in the city of Mumbai, people are from all over India coming, then they are going back. Again, see how much the transport burden is. It's happening in all the cities. So that can come down drastically maybe over the period, because one side our population increasing to such a level in maybe in 2040 we are surpassing China. So that kind of things we have to concentrate. I will tell you, like today's environmental minister is Aditya Thackeray, is a very young person. So he has to be motivated to the people like a university or people like us and go and meet him, organize the meeting. I think that he should take a serious interest on this, because I can tell him openly, because there's a different thing, because we are doing the service to the society. So youngsters, he is a youngster, he can focus these things. I will tell you, sir, you see the emission levels in Mumbai, it's now, and see, I'm not criticizing anything, I'm talking the facts, where we are leaving 130 crore people. You see, last 40 years in some areas not changed at all, and it has become more dirty in the city of Mumbai. So that has to be changed. That environment is changed. We have to see people who has gone to Singapore. You have seen either side of the roads, you will find a complete greenery. I think 3 meter level of the trees have been grown. The reason is that emission level of the vehicles has been immediately absorbed by those trees when there is a traffic or no traffic. So these kind of things can be implemented in Mumbai. I'm talking, it may be for all over India, all cities. I'm talking even Bangalore also highly congested today, or maybe other metropolitan cities like Chennai or Calcutta or Ahmedabad also presently. So what I want to say, we all have to form as a team, maybe under the leadership of Vice Chancellor, your Vice Chancellor, sir. We can work something provided there is interest on it, because that has to come from the heart and mind. I will tell you, sir, having told my experience about Mangalore and Jayashreekrishna Parisara Premi Samiti, we work very honestly there. So that everybody knows that the Samiti is very praiseworthy, because people are watching from 20 years. See, dishonesty can be seen immediately, whatever is happening. So coming back to in such a subject, I would say that Singapore type of footpaths can be created in Mumbai, and we can have the greeneries in the highways or in the center of the highways or either side of the highways. If this is not going to take much time at all, and metro controversies are there, I don't tell that metro controversy, because my thought process for the metro for area is something different, or I can speak openly on this subject. I have given to the, on behalf of Samiti, we have given to the government of Maharashtra, go for the metro shed in the Goregaon only. There are huge spaces available because trees were cut in the olden days. Have a strict vigilance over there. You can grow even today in the areas, total area. You can have a 10 times more trees can be grown. Nearby that is a film city. There's a 400 acres of the land is there. They dedicate 100 acres for the forestation greenery. All the pollution can be absorbed over there. Followed, you go for the National Park Borivali. Again, go for a forestation. Our Mumbai will become very, very good Mumbai for that purpose. Otherwise, see, this is my personal opinion, and my Samiti we have discussed. See, every thought process, each and like 750 crore population in this world. They are all the 750 crore faces are different, and they are in the same time the voice is different. The same time thinking process is different. I may be 100% wrong. What I'm saying, people may not like it. Why you are talking as a Parisara Premi? Why you are talking? But if you really think, if you divert this now from the Goregaon to somewhere else, sir, it will going to take around 5 years to change the route. There will a lot of approvals are required. See, Mumbai is a very dense city, so it is not to be easy. And also, cost of the today's metro is going to be doubled or tripled tomorrow. And it is going to be biggest burden to the exchequer. Exchequer burden is a burden to each and every people, the taxpayers. Well, finally, the money has been spent of the taxpayers. So only I really had some of the environment, whoever has worked there. I would say that I wanted to meet all those people. Let us think your thoughts, our thoughts, or your university's thoughts come together. We will refine. After refining what are good things, we will use it for Mumbai or anywhere in India. That's the way of I can present my things in a proper way. And Mumbai, it has to be either side of the footpath. We have to go into a lot of arena wherever space is available. Right from the Bandra to straight away Virar or up to Virar, it is possible, or internal roads is possible. And because today Mumbai city has to be, you see, like we are in Mumbai. What's happening? The bridge in Andheri, it is not touched for the last 15-20 years. It look of course it's not a subject. It's also one of the environmental pollution. So many people are sleeping over there from the footpath, and we are not bothered. Government is not bothered. I'm talking. This is also pollution. People are dumping so much of waste under that bridge. It's the biggest pollution when the people are passing through a car, the motorbike. Health is getting affected. I'm saying definitely having said in this webinar with such a honorable people as a audience here, definitely our Samiti will come and meet you, provided you give us the time, and we will come to you. Let us think in the balance of our life, doing something for the Mumbai city, sir. I think so. I have covered something because the subject is very vast. One subject, if I go on speaking, it will take at least half an hour. Lot of preparation I made, but the time is not there. Climate change, ozone layers, the ozone layers are declining, the O3. So that is also serious concern even in India. So I cannot talk all this thing over it, because when you say industrialization, there will be a lot of pros and cons. It's going to affect the human life in India because of future growth of the population. So if like-minded people or professionals will come together as 100, dedicate their time, maybe retired people, so we can work together and tell the government, look, do this. And I am not highlighting anything over here because now a person who was, because then politically it may be getting affected. I will tell you, our Samiti, when George Fernandez was my very good friend, I'm talking, there are many politicians, maybe your friends also, you should go and meet him. We have to do this thing, that's a way of life. Politicians, I would say that they are the paid people, they are getting a salary, and they are there for some year, they are going after that. But a new person is coming. So we have to think in that way. When we present our case to George Fernandez as any other defense minister, he understood the concept in a different way. Where, see, I'm talking this thing here. Let us take it as an example to the other district of this country and follow that. We, in our Mangalore, from the all around 35 communities, their president, their office bearers became office bearers of Samiti. Why? The reason is the focusing on the development and environment protection. We did it, and that success is also something different. We are also now here the people are from the different caste, creed, religion. I would say that each and everybody are part and parcel of this country. We should respect one and all. But coming back to the as per the religion is concerned, where the caste is concerned, respecting our caste and our religion is our responsibility, but respecting other caste and other religion is our supreme responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this insightful session. I'm sure everyone who heard you today would be eager to take a step forward to protect the nature and support development at the same time. Now, we do have a lot of questions in the chat box, and I'll read some of them for you to answer if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the first question is
Madam, only for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, sir.
Yeah. So the first question is, when all the environmentalists stood up to oppose the thermal power plant project, what made you go against the crowd and support them? I mean, don't you think it defeated the objective of protecting environment?
See, madam, what you said is right. See, what question you asked, it has happened in our district. One side, all the well-qualified environmentalists were opposing the industry, including power plant, anything. One side, population is increasing. Another thing, in our district, especially, maybe it may be. Don't feel bad. I'm talking that particular district. People started getting educated. People, then there was no job. How much employment you are going to get in Dubai or a Gulf? Now even the Gulf employment has been reduced. Mumbai employment has been reduced. Once upon a time, Mumbai and Gulf was the biggest source of employment all over India. So thinking all those things in mind, we started thinking in the direction what is to be done. Once there is a major force of the whole village was opposing. It's not only environment, the whole village was opposing, and politicians have no guts. Whether I can say openly the name of the central politician, because let us not talk the particular name and all. Each and every politician, political parties, central ministers who is hailing from our district started supporting them. So we took a firm stand. Let us think, but firm stand with the honesty. That is one of the important things. With certain knowledge, it is not a bit. I am not an expert. Expert is the environmental engineering department is to be expert. I am not an expert. Please, I repeat once again, having said so much of things, I am not an expert at all. Like the Indian professionals always have a different knowledge. If you go to the developed country, America, the heart surgeon, he will not talk about liver, he will not talk about the brain, or he will not talk about other organ. He said, I don't know anything. But you talk to the Indian surgeons, the heart surgeon, he knows heart also, he knows liver also, he knows brain also, vital organ. He will speak, at least doctor, if questions are asked. But in the developed country, they will never ask the question. Here, me also being an engineer, I have taken interest in this kind of subject. I worked in the as a consultant, as a contractor, as an employee, except a defense. I worked in all the industries for you. I worked in engineering. I worked in as a consultant, contractor, or an employee in engineering, chemicals, fertilizer, refinery, food processing, or aviation, textile. I have worked. I have seen. I'm as a turnkey electrical contract, but I wish to focus how these things, the industry is getting developed, what are things, mixing of the people, mixing of the other professions, gain some knowledge, that's all. So that we can share. Madam, you said that how the, you said that, what you said exactly?
I'll just repeat it
How
for
you,
you.
how you, how you started swimming in the opposite direction of the flow, river, or
Yeah.
whatever you call that. That was the exact thing which we asked the question earlier also. See, there was no, something, see, I will tell you one thing. Ability is nothing without an opportunity for each and everybody. See, there is ability with all the people, all over India or all the world. How to create an opportunity? For creating an opportunity, such things has to be implemented at any cost. Despite of all the oppositions, we have to see where our consciousness is very clear, what we are doing for the society. We have to face them, convince them. Out of that, maybe now 10-20% may be cursing us. See, we have to face it, what is to be done. And we have, then slowly people will change, no? But we started moving forward, madam. And accordingly, then things have changed. People have seen. I'll tell you, I don't know, so many of the Samiti people are here. And they know that if the, suppose you are talking about a thermal power plant, if the pollution is not controlled, and think there are so many adverse effects are going to come on the end of our entire Samiti, but it has not done. I would say that when we invited such industries, despite of a lot of opposition, even we kept the politicians out. I said, you keep quiet now. And either you support or be silent. These people will come in the forum of the environmentalists who doesn't have the much knowledge, only thing that you don't bring, and paper is to print. So we had to take a decision on that. And the things have gone in that way. But today, I would say that if you look at the history of a Mangalore and Udupi district, people are happy today. But as far as the power plant is concerned, there is a small concern is there that the power plant has been taken over by Adani. And we have spoken to the Adani, I think Adani has been taken over by 5 years. We went there, I said, Mr. Dharmapal Devdega, our ex-president, is already logged in here. I saw he must be watching here. The presidents and executive directors came from Ahmedabad, and their president from their Adani president of the Udupi Power, everybody, we had a very black meeting. We dictated a term. Look, the great carpet for this factory has been given by our Samiti, and now you are taken over your utmost concern for Adani. I tell openly in this thing, you may be Adani may be very close to Prime Minister of India, but we don't care. Today we want that complete pollution control measures has to be taken, because earlier Nagarjuna could not do it, and all local rehabilitation, everything we said. I will tell you, after hearing me, there was a lot of hue and cry, and no people not expected that we are going to speak in that angle, because they came from Ahmedabad, and they thought that in the Adani is a different way, but we have not spared. So, but see, this we are not putting all these things in media. Maybe we are coming out of, sometimes we cannot talk all these things. All forum is not good. But they promised when the same this thing was told. I told you, spend the money for the rehabilitation. Those all poor people. There we have a jasmine flowers have grown, so many things. The emission level has to be controlled. Fly has I said they have spent 250 crores after our meeting, and Adani has promised. So he said that 250 crore sanction, and everything has been taken care. Then the presidents told us in our committee, look, we are going to call the Jayashreekrishna Parisara Premi Samiti after 1 year. Give us a time. After 1 year, we went there. They have shown everything. Even our entire team of 60 people or 50 people, they are all professional, working in a different way. They are all satisfied. So that lot of changes have taken. If you go to that particular power plant, I think our VC we can go over there. You can see if you wish. We can come back the same day. We can come in next day. There is not a problem. And there is the highest level of satisfaction, I will tell you, personally to me, to my Samiti people, because of a lot of changes. Because all the houses are getting a 24 hours power. Even 40% power is going to 480 megawatt going to Bangalore city. It's a metropolitan city. People are from all over India staying over there. So that satisfaction level is there, but one satisfaction level may not be there. See, nobody can satisfy others to the level of 100%. So what happens? Somewhere, some is the problem. It can be tackled. I don't say that it cannot be tackled. So further talking to people of the management is a must, which you are very honest speaking, we have not done because it requires a lot of time. But whatever done, they have done in the finest way. Yeah. Yes, madam.
Sir, because we have reached our time limit,
Yeah.
rest of the questions will be emailed to you if that's not a problem, and we'll reply back the people who have asked questions if that's fine with you.
Yeah. This is. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much, Vaishnavi Devadiga, and all the people. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So I would like to invite one of the committee heads of the chair, Mr. Ayush Bagrodia, for giving the
Yeah.
vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So I'm Ayush Bagrodia, Joint Coordinator and Associate Convener of the Justice L.Pendse Chair in Environmental Laws. On the behalf of my entire chair and the university, I would like to thank Sir for sharing his valuable knowledge and making us more aware about the delicacies of environment in this era of industrialization. And of course, for sparing his valuable time on a Sunday morning. Thank you, sir. We hope that this seminar was helpful considering the valuable spirit of environment in nascent times. I would also like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Dr. Dilip Uke, and our Honorable Registrar, Sir Professor Dr. Anil Vadiat, who is also the chairperson of this committee, for their continuous support to the environmental chair and its members. I would like to thank Gauri Rani ma'am, Vaishnavi, and the entire team for contributing to success of this event. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants for participating in this webinar, spending their valuable time and contributing to make this event a success with their intriguing questions and a positive attitude. We hope that you will show us the same kind of enthusiasm for our future events. Thank you everyone for attending this session. Now, before leaving, just a note for all the participants. We have shared the link to the feedback form in the chat box. Please share with us your valuable comments, as only with the filling of feedback form, we will share the participant certificate within a week. Once again, thank you everyone. We feel honored to have you with us today, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks to all. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ayush.
Thank you. Thank you, Vaishnavi.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We will meet once.
Yeah, yes, we'll meet once. Sure. Yeah.
This webinar should not go waste. We will contribute at least for our Amchi Mumbai.
Yes, sure. Yes.
We will meet Aditya Thackeray, Environmental Minister, and when we come together, this is going to happen, sir. I'm very sure.
Sure. Yeah.
It is impossible.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.